Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Sagittarius for the month of March. Welcome, Sag. Hope you've weathered Aquarius well. February and beginning with Pisces coming in mid-Feb. Let's just see what the lessons and the messages, all of it, are for you this month. Five of Cups. So Five of Cups energy can talk about a bit of a disappointment. However, it's also, it can be people coming back from the past. It's an emotional card, so it's got to do with past disappointments, past situations that were never really finished properly, or they were never really clear. They just sort of ended abruptly or something like that, where you always felt like you just needed a bit of closure there or wondered what happened. So it's quite interesting with the Five of Cups is the energy around for you, Sagittarius. So let's just see where this flows. Interesting. This is where you are right now. Yeah, feeling a bit out in the cold, really, Sag. I don't know, another 5 cards. So, yeah, time of change as well. And maybe related to this Five of Cups, it is something that you felt was really destined for you, but it just didn't work out that way. So, hence, we find you here in Five of Pentacles feeling a bit out in the cold about things. However, we'll see what's created that or what's made that happen. And we've got Page of Wands. So messages are coming through. There is news coming with the Page of Wands. And because it's Wands, which is a Sagittarian suit, it's rather quick and rapid. And there's probably a few of them. So there's something coming in terms of messages for you this month, but especially at the beginning, if you're just feeling a bit left out in the cold, just know that this too shall pass. And, you know, coming over the top of it or crossing it and affecting it is this new news coming in, or if you're waiting for news that will arrive. In the background we have the King of Cups, so that's that sad sort of energy of a king, really, and it relates very well to the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles, in that, you know, just whatever that relationship or situation was, it just wasn't, there's still sadness about it, there's still a blockage about it, there's still that aura of not, you know, you didn't get proper closure from it with the King of Cups. Very emotional. So, you know, we can really link these up quite well about people from the past situations, but emotional more than anything, Sagittarius. And because Cups too, emotional energies. Yeah, this is Pisces too, so we're in Pisces in the first couple of weeks of March, and sometimes that can be a bit, yeah, being plunged down to the depths of the emotions, something the Sagittarians really sometimes don't have time for, or they don't really want to, you know, they want to keep moving. Recent influences, yeah, just taking a step back also helps too. Still doing your daily stuff, but yes, just observing more and knowing, yeah, it's a transition period. It feels a bit weird, it feels a bit out of control in terms of emotions and things that rise to the surface, and it's just telling you, the Four of Swords is just to take a step back and have a look at it. Don't sort of, it's not time for action, it's time for just observing. The lesson, Knight of Cups, and there's that proposal sort of energy, lots of cups, Sag. So yeah, just be very much in observance in this time of Pisces, because it looks like, yeah, more cups have come in. So proposals coming in, people coming back from the past, you know. There's a bit of a sense of immaturity about this Knight of Cups. He sort of has an idealistic way of thinking, which is fine, but sometimes with emotions it doesn't really work, does it? So he sort of embodies all those energies, really, Sag, and for you that's a bit like, oh, it's a bit too much water, it's a bit too deep. But that's the energy of it. It's just sort of going back and just looking at things, observing who this Knight of Cups is, or this proposal is.Maybe it's like not the right time. It's just not, you're not ready for it for so many reasons. So this is why observing is really, this is really the key card for March. It's as long as it's in Pisces until the 19th of March. Near future we come out with the Emperor. So yeah, very much structured, discipline, getting things done, having to be disciplined and structured. He can be a bit controlling too sometimes, or you could think he could be thought of as that, whereas he might be just doing his job if he's a person in your environment at work, or if he's just somebody in your circle that's a bit yeah, he's at the top, so he can be a bit glib sometimes. Just, yeah, I'm at the top, this is, I say what I do. But if that energy for you can be really beneficial too, just to get structure and discipline back in your life as well, especially in that watery time of Pisces. You might feel like you're bobbing around and drifting in the middle of the Indian Ocean, and you need that structure. Second week, Sagittarius. Just try and apply that. What's happening you're not realising is Ace of Cups. So many cups, so many cups. So great new things coming out of all this anyway. Things that you've really longed for and want emotionally, whether it be relationship, connection with people, you know, sorting out an old problem with somebody that wasn't sorted out before. So these potentials are coming up also in March. So yeah, be positive about that one. It's quite good considering whatever else is going on, as we've already seen. How others see you, yeah, moving on after a difficult time. But that's good, because we're meant to move on. Eight of Cups, symbol, more cups, symbols, just moving on from it, leaving it for a while, just moving on, getting stuck into other things that are important in your life, and just seeing how things pan out. But yeah, whoever the others looking at you are, they are seeing that you're moving on. They feel that moving on, and perhaps that's why they're thinking about contacting you or something like that, or another chance or opportunity will become available to you. But yeah, just sit with it this month, just sit and sit. But this is how others see you, moving on for your own sort of preservation, really. Positive feelings. And then we have the Devil. So yeah, a bit stuck this month, stuck in the water, you know, stuck in the water signs. It can be really sort of a rushing torrent, or very stagnant, very stuck. But as I always say, you know, different result, different approach, different result. Or if it's something that you're doing that you feel is getting a bit out of control, we'll do something about it. Because it might, you know, with the Cups energy, water energy, these sort of emotional intuitions can kind of really hang around and bug us and think you need to sort of cut down on this or that, or you need to change something, you're stuck. But you know that you feel like this, so just try different tactics to get a solution for it. We'll put a clarification card on that one for you anyway, Sag. The end game, the future outcome, we have the Knight of Swords, so definitely expect the unexpected. which goes in really well with everything else you've got going on for March, Sag. It's like expect the unexpected. Who knows what's going to happen, but that's good. It'll take you by surprise, and that's good. It'll get you out of that stuckness and sort of think, yeah, well, this is good. Where am I going next? I'm okay. That phase and cycle is sort of going out, so I survived. But it's interesting because it's asking, you know, the messages are such because they want you to think about these things for your own good at the end of it. Right, I'm just going to pop a clarification card on this Knight of Cups and on that Devil. So on the Knight of Cups, we have the Empress, so everything's possible. Proposals coming in, but I think too, if there are proposals coming in March, just, you know, I'd wait for a bit. I'd just wait until we go into fire, into Aries on, you know, 24th of March, because the Empress sort of comes in and she brings abundance. So March might be just a time, as it was said here, just to sit back and observe. Don't make any hasty moves. If there's proposals coming in, you just need to sort of go, well, yeah, I'll talk to you again in a couple of, I'll give it some thought, because you definitely, with the Empress, things are coming in abundantly underneath this. Okay, so underneath that Devil we have the Hermit once again, the bigger than this one. Sit back and observe. Well, this is the real big. Sit back and observe. The sign, this is the Hermit, stands for Virgo, and if you know any of those characters, they're very sort of slow moving, very deliberate people, but they give things a lot of thought. They certainly don't rush in like Sagittarius can do, as we know. So their positive feelings, just, you know, sit back in observation this month. The message couldn't be clearer, Sagittarius, but it's positive. So, you know, this is the month, and this is what we've got, so this is what we've got to deal with. I'm just going to pull you now your clarification card that hopefully will bring all the messages together. Patience. At the end of the way is freedom. Till then, patience. Patience is a fine, noble quality. It implies that everything is possible in the timelessness of space and being, and a deep knowingness reminds you that nothing can fail you but your own impatience. So very much tying in there, Sag. So very patient this month. Watch what goes on. Be a watcher of everything. People watch everything, watcher this month, and just, you know, wait for news is coming in, but just wait for a while. Don't jump in. Okay, have a lovely month. Thank you, Sagittarius.